The PC apocalypse is here. PC gaming is never ever going to recover from these surging costs. The entire narrative that PC gaming is somehow more affordable than consoles is completely dead in the water. You know, everyone's coping, everyone's seething. People like Review Tech USA are getting clowned on for spending thousands of dollars on gaming hardware that he never plays. Okay, it is cheaper, more affordable, and higher quality to simply buy a Nintendo console. Okay, you know, Nintendo Switch 2 could double its price point and still be more affordable than a gaming PC, right? And that's the simple like reality we're at right now. Like the narrative has always been this idea that like, well, you can do more on a PC, but that's becoming less and less true all the time. You know, people have tablets for that, they have phones. You know, what exactly does the PC do that justifies the price point? Like, I don't know. You know, like I don't see the surging costs really encouraging people to go out and get high-end gaming PCs. Like, what I think is going to happen, and I think this is what I'm going to do, is just get, like, a mid-range thing, you know, use it for, like, you know, work purposes, and stick with gaming consoles for actual gaming. Because what benefit do you get out of paying so much more for an inferior experience? You know, there's nothing of value on PC. There are no, like, hidden gems. You know, modding's getting cracked down on. Piracy is getting cracked down on. You know, like, you can't really do anything on PCs like you used to. So why exactly would I spend the extra money? What is the benefit? You know, if you try to say graphics, like, we live in an industry now where, you know, your old Nintendo games get patched with visual upgrades on new Nintendo hardware. So again, even the age-old like cope that like, well, you can run the game at higher frames, like Nintendo does it better and cheaper. Okay, that's just the reality that we're seeing now. Is just like, I would rather buy a Switch 2 and Donkey Kong Country Returns HD than a gaming PC, right? Like, it's more affordable, you know, you get a better experience, you know, you're not playing Donkey Kong Country Returns HD on a gaming PC, you're not getting that free update, you're not, like, able to buy or play other Nintendo games on the PC. Like, the PC, for that reason, is an objectively inferior experience. You know, what exactly are you doing on your PCs? You know, and for a lot of people, it's like social media, it's YouTube, it's like, you know, all these various applications. And more, we're seeing that these applications, anything you could possibly want, are better on a tablet. You know, a tablet that's way more affordable, that's way more streamlined, that's able to do more things, that is more like, that's more easily customizable, right? Like, the PC just isn't as intuitive as iOS. And that is leading to the downfall of the gaming PC, is that people aren't learning PCs. They're not learning the ins and outs of this thing. They're not like going into it. Like, they would rather just buy a cheaper phone or tablet and use that for all of their basic internet-based needs, okay? Like, I don't need an expensive PC to play video games. And that's kind of my thought process on this. Like, I feel like at this stage, we really do need to let, like, the PC Master Race meme die. Because what exactly are they doing? Like, what exactly have PC gamers done over the past 15 years? Like, you know, Minecraft isn't that good, FNAF is a joke, Undertale is a joke. You know, all the big major, like, PC gaming, like, success stories are, like, just complete failures. And that, like, nobody actually cares about them at all. Like, I just don't understand why so many people are obsessed with defending the gaming PC. Because I think for a lot of people, there's this mindset that, like, the PC is kind of the last stand against, like, Nintendo consoles, you know, because Xbox and PlayStation failed. Like, you're seeing a lot of the same, like, talking points being used to defend PCs. You know, like, oh, it's a big industry, like, 1 billion PC players, like PCs aren't going anywhere. You know, you're seeing a lot of copes like that kind of justify how Nintendo is doomed. Like, it has the same energy as, like, the mid-2000s when, like, people were saying that, like, Sony and Microsoft would win the console war. because like they were much bigger companies without like really understanding the market or like how Nintendo would grow and evolve over time. Because at the time, nobody predicted the Wii success. Nobody predicted like the Switch. Nobody predicted like the branch out into movies and merchandise and like Nintendo characters being iconic. Like that's something that like the industry just deliberately turned a blind eye to, and that's kind of what we're seeing here now, right? Like no matter how successful PC gets, no matter how much money it makes, you know, through all the various like companies and subsidiaries, like Nintendo is very dominant in their niche. Nintendo is not going anywhere, and they are still going to make money, you know? Like, all the copes you see from people, like, trying to do things, like, complaining about stock prices, and, like, well, the Switch 2 sold less over the holiday season, according to this guy from the UK, like, an irrelevant island nation. Like, why should I care? Like, about what some guy from the UK says about Switch 2? Like, the simple reality is, all of this is rooted in like Nintendo hate. A lot of this is rooted in delusions. A lot of this is like rooted in this idea that like of these guys who have never won anything in their lives, like the idea that they're latching themselves onto like the winning team, like and that they by themselves are winners. Like that's the mindset of the PC gaming community. Like they don't like PC, they don't play on PC, they don't use PC for anything. Like for them, it's all about simply like being part of the winning team and looking down on everyone else. That's why the PC Master Race is such a great term, because like it pretty adequately describes like their elitism, their attitude, like how they genuinely feel about like other platforms, other brands, and their inevitable fall. Because you know, acting superior to everyone else without being able to back it up is probably the most dangerous thing you could possibly do. Like when the House of Cards falls, and we are in the process of seeing it fall, they're simply not going to know how to react or what to do. You know, like I do think like Jeff Bezos like releasing statements about how like the PC has no future. I think that's actually very prescient, because what exactly do PCs do that serve a purpose in this day and age? You know, there's no reason not to have everything on the cloud. Like obviously you want like all your information secure, and obviously there are reasons why we're not going to like migrate over to it eventually, but like the idea of like everything being in the cloud is like clearly the direction where we're going. You know, clearly the traditional personal computer is on the way out. And we're kind of seeing like the early stages of that. But like the interesting thing about it is that like how so many people are in denial about it. The idea that the PC is never going to go away. The idea that like society will never move past the PC. The idea that these things are going to be around forever. It's like it's very naive. It's like you know, it's like you know, the pre-automotive world. Like, well, we're always going to be using horses because there's nothing else. You know, like they're not looking enough to the future. Okay, they're not like thinking about how things are going to grow and evolve in the future, and they're just stuck in this mindset that things are just perpetually stuck where they are. You know, like they don't really understand, you know, the radical social shifts in technology and culture that we're going to experience over the next 20, 30, 50 years. That's kind of my opinion at this stage. I think is that like the PC, for whatever reason, is going to be made obsolete, that people are going to move away from it, and that people are going to migrate more to like more dedicated technological devices that have computers in them. So like, you know, people are going to use iWatches, they're going to use like, you know, phones, tablets, you know, gaming consoles, like, you know, that can do everything that a PC can do, making like the overpriced PC completely obsolete. After all, if you're not using like the extensive like programs and like and things in like the gaming PC ecosystem, like why would you ever like buy one, honestly? And that's kind of what we're seeing. Like we're seeing people move away from the PC, like not just in gaming, but as a platform in general. Like iOS is going to destroy PC in the future, and there's just nothing you can do about it.